We good now?
Alright, what's up? Maritime Hip Hop, Season 2, Episode 2.
Yeah, we back. You know what I mean? We back with a banger today.
We got Ceeb Dread on the interview today.
Yeah, man.
Just opened up for Tech 9.
Fredericton OG. Been putting in work up in Fredericton for years. We're going to talk to him about his history and a little bit about Fredericton history. So stick with us. It's going to be a banger. Let's get it, man.
We're just waiting for him to jump on right now. We're running a little late. Frog Dog's running on the winter time still. I didn't bring my clock ahead. So I'm 15 minutes late.
Yeah, man. It happened at 2 in the morning last night without any warning. You know what I mean? You just have to change your clock. You just have to know. It's like, yo, I was talking to Trip today about this. Why don't they just stay with one time zone? Like, why does the clock have to go ahead and backwards and all these things?
It's not just one time. That ain't anything to do with time zone, though, dude. Time zones.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I said it the wrong way.
Hey, Eric, we need you to go on a cell phone, bud, if you can do that. That's the only way we can invite you right now.
Oh, shit. I hope he's able to do that.
I think he'd be able to do it. Fuck.
What?
Should I message him to see if he can go on to via cell phone? That's what sucks with these things. We got Cody, our man Cody. You know what I mean on the thing.
What's up, Cody? What's good, dog?
If you're not on a cell phone, dude, we can't really interview via Facebook. Unless we go to a laptop, and neither one of us have a laptop right now.
You just said 1 sec. Just gonna see what's going on here. But yeah, man. A lot of crazy things going on in the news, man. How you been? Anyways, I haven't talked to you in a little bit. What's cracking?
There's a lot cracking, man. We're working with something with Fortunato.
Fortunato, yeah,
Fortunato.
Man. We're gonna get that cracking.
Yeah, and he's gonna do a maritime tour, and each city he hits, he's gonna donate to a local charity.
That's right.
And he's gonna hit up the Salvis Clinic for us. And I'm looking forward to doing that because my friend Jen Fredericks runs that, and she's doing good things for the city. And I don't know, man. I went to Tech 9 the other night. It was alright.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, I caught your buddy's the end of his set, man. And,
Ceeb, yeah.
And I wanted to buy his CD, man, but over at the
he just dropped a new album.
Yeah, I wanted to buy his album, and even though I have nothing to play it in, I still wanted to buy it to support him.
Right.
And the thing is, like, they had no debit machines in there, man, or you couldn't get cash back.
Damn.
And I had no way to buy it, so I had to miss out.
Yeah.
But he's coming for a Rich Homie. I'll try to make it, man, but I don't know if I can make it to that show.
You're not. Oh, you're going to the Rich Homie joint? You're not sure?
I actually tell you, to be honest, fuck no, I ain't going. I don't like Rich Homie. I don't even know who the fuck he is. You know what I mean?
To be fair, I didn't like him until I saw a little like video about him and stuff. He's not like half bad. Like, his music is like not my style, but like as a person, he seems like a good dude. You know what I mean?
What's up, Penny?
What's up, Penny? What's cracking?
How'd you like the Tech 9 show, Penny?
Yeah, it was probably lit. I couldn't make it out. I couldn't afford a ticket, but yeah, man, I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
What do you think of that venue?
Hey, are you online now, dude? Here you go. We're gonna bring your boy on, sub. Yeah.
Skit. Ceeb Dread.
Yeah. Boom. All right, it said it's adding. Might take a minute or two.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Here we go. What's up, my man?
What's cracking, lacking, homies?
Yo, Ceeb Dread, what's cracking, brethren?
You see me, man. I'm right here. Do what we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
we out here getting it. So tell us a little bit about Ceeb Dread before the music.
Let's see. I was born in Ormukto, New Brunswick in '72.
Hmm.
Um, Raised in Montreal, moved back here in 2002. Was homeless for a bit. Hip hop saved my life. 7 albums deep. Working on my ace, and that's me in a nutshell, I guess.
Right on. So you were homeless. You were rapping, trying to make a name for yourself and stuff, and in that come up process. What was Fredericton like hip hop wise back then?
When I got here, I think the original cats like NFP and Jed Nice and Monarch, these guys were tearing it up. DJ STB, these guys were holding it down. And then there was open mic hip hop nights in Fredericton, right? And that's
Yep.
pretty much I was homeless, walking around, freestyling, not having any clue what's next. And somebody told me that was what's up, that was happening that night. So I decided to attend with the possibility of losing my bed at the shelter, which did happen, but I ended up getting a place to sleep. But ever since then, man, it's been hip hop is real up here.
And you've been rapping for how long now?
I'd say I'd say over 30 years. You
Okay.
know,
So you're like
I'm a,
triple OG in the game.
that's funny.
It's funny though, but you're still enjoying yourself though, right?
Oh, for sure, man. I'm having so much fun, man. Like it might be a crime for how much fun I'm having within this hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? Everything involved from playing the show to booking the show to promoting the show, writing the albums, freestyling on beats, like the whole nine. I love it.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Um, and like ever since you started, you've been deep in the scene and like helping Fredericton grow and as a culture and stuff. I know when I first got to Fredericton and I did my first show with you and met like all the people around you, and it was really dope because you're really deeply rooted. You know what I
Well,
mean? Yeah, you've been
hip
doing
hop
lots of
changed
shows.
my life.
That's good to hear. Explain that song. Go
Okay,
into
well,
detail.
all right. Well, I was homeless, man, sleeping under bridges and shit like that, panhandling for change, freestyling, and I didn't think there'd ever be a way out. So when I was able to get to open mic night at the Capitol, it gave me a place to go to, like, maybe feel like as if I was not homeless for a bit and there wasn't anything wrong. And from there, I gained connections, been able to hook up with other rappers, and then eventually write my first album. And through hip hop, I've been able to make a little money, do some shows, grace of awareness over hunger and homeless people. So that's basically it.
That's what's up. That's the dopeness, man. Um, yeah, man, you're really deep in your community and stuff, and I gotta give you props for that. And so you said you're 7 albums deep right now.
Yeah, right now I'm 7 albums deep. I guess we can go there. My first album was put out by I don't know if you remember, but Criminal Records. Do
Yeah,
you remember those? Okay, well,
yeah.
my first album was called "It's About Time" back in 2007. And Criminal Records put that. They released that for me online and whatnot. And Dan, his
That was Rob
Rob
Banks,
Banks,
right?
Rob
Yeah.
Banks, he no fault of his own. He lost the data, like just fell out. Just
Yeah.
like he just lost it. He lost the first album to
Mm-hmm.
data crashes. So then after
Right.
that, my second album came out in 2012, and that was called Still Down, and that was put out. It's put out with BME Media Group, the label I'm currently still signed to.
Hmm.
Um, After that, it became so. What happens is the third album comes out. It's the Claiborne Chronicles, and it like maybe a month later, I released the fourth album too, right? Like
Right.
THC because I'm dope. And
Mm-hmm.
then we got the fifth,
Fire.
and the fifth is just it. That's the fifth album, so that's what I called it. And I was gonna
Fifth.
call it
The
title
fifth, I like
track of
it.
sorts. Like I could have named it. I could have named it anything. Like I
Yeah.
could have named it a song off the album, like a title track. And say
Mm-hmm.
everybody's doing that. Everybody does that.
Yeah.
And so I decided to just call it the fifth. Now the next one is the sixth, and it's called Emergency. I just figured it was an emergency to release another album, right?
Right.
Sort of
The
speak.
people need it.
And now, like, I was while I was writing my fifth and sixth album, I was also working with a producer from New York City named PB Caffeine, and me and him
Okay.
got together and released my seventh album called the CDPB Micro Brewery, and that was dropped on January 1st, like midnight. Like December
That's
New
dope.
Year's Eve. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
that's really dope.
And now I'm just
Um,
waiting for my label to finish producing the music for my eighth album.
holy, you got an eighth in the works right now.
I'm
There
just
you
waiting
go.
for the music to show up. You know,
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Who
wild.
who were some of your music influences?
it would have to be like KRS-One and those guys. Sugar Hill Gang, the originators, Grandmaster Flash, Africa
Yeah.
Boombada. Those guys were big inspirations for me to just want to be a rapper, never mind famous or rich or whatever the case may be. And that was the biggest thing for me. It was, what did I want to do in life? What was my goals when I was a little kid and all through life was just to be a rapper. I wasn't thinking rich, famous with videos or any of the stuff that happened, like albums or whatnot. Those are all blessings that come. I just wanted to be a rapper, and then if one day I figured, why am I chasing it? I'm already a rapper. I'm living the dream. You know what I mean? Good or
Yeah.
bad, that's what it is. You know. So nowadays, I'm influenced by people who are struggling and refuse to stop. Refuse to give up. They just keep going and trying to make something better happen within their own surroundings or area. So that's why
Yeah,
when I go play shows, I try to feed people, feed the hungry, fill up a soup kitchen's pantry, because that's where the hungry people are eating. Because that's where
Exactly.
it's the street people that show up. You know, and that's the type of stuff I want to at least inspire other people to want to take care of your fellow human being. Because we're only
Exactly.
one kind of people, man. We're only one kind of people, human people.
that's a
You know.
fact. That's a fact. Um, and you do all kinds of other music too. You've got a reggae band as well, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. From the beginning of June to the end of December for the last 17 years, I've played in a reggae band called Dub Antenna. And these guys, they helped pretty much save my life too, because when Hip Hop Night was coming to a sad end, they told me, they offered me the microphone and a place to come hang out when I didn't have one, you know what I mean? And eventually I ended up being a member of the band, and now we pretty much play the Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival every year. I got like
There you go.
7 or 8 or 9 or 10 of them passes, which is a blessing in itself, you know what I mean?
What
But yeah, from
I see Dylan Wall's his comment about how people get pissy for charging $100 a feature. Well, what do you think about that? If And
Well,
what do you think you could do to improve the rap industry in the Maritimes?
well, you have to understand, like, at the end of the day, this is a business. You understand? And
Exactly.
like for myself, I'm registered with SoCan and I'm signed to a record label. There's all kinds of stipulations that are in place before I agree to do a collab with somebody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? First of all,
Well,
the rapper has to have piqued my interest, and I like what he's rapping about, and the beat feels good, and his intentions are pure. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And if I'm not feeling it that way, then we're probably not even going to get down. Charging, you want a dope rapper to get on your track, you might want to give him a little incentive to help him. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Because sometimes, sometimes people got to pay for the dopeness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I find that you all like you have mouths to feed, whether if it's your own mouth or your kid's mouth or the rest of your family's mouth. And you keep on doing everything for free. Promoters and that are just gonna look past you and stuff.
Expect you to do that stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
If you if I just got on a feature or uh if I got on a feature with just anybody and never charge anybody for that, how am I going to continue eating? You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, what about the times when I'm not playing a show? Brother like me can't get no job. I got a criminal record. It's 20 years old, but this shit still follows me. You know what I mean? So I got to be hustling, whether it's hustling CDs or trying to book shows or for selling tickets to shows, selling verses. You know what I mean? But there's
Exactly.
guarantees that if you release a track with me, if it gets radio play, we're getting paid because I'm with SoCan. You know what I mean? If the
Yeah,
artist
yeah,
ain't with SoCan, I might not even get down based on the business itself. You know what I
exactly.
mean? Me and
No,
Jay
that's
Drew are
so
gonna do
smart.
a collab. We paid each other way too much.
Do you feel like you like a promoter should pay you guys that are opening acts for selling tickets? Like you know what I mean? Like a percentage? Like because you all
Yeah,
like
I think I
all the
for
opening
me,
acts, right? Yeah, yeah.
right.
Continue.
I for me, I think it's like it's a great idea to give us tickets. Sometimes I think it's just best to give us tickets and let us sell them and keep the money. You understand? Like that's our payment. In reality, it's just 10 pieces of paper or 10 pieces of cardboard that we're selling for 20 or 30 or 40 or $50, depending on the artist. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And then there's other shows that are like $15 tickets. So there's not much to get out of that but about $5. You know what I mean? So that's
yeah,
acceptable. You know what I mean? The amount an opening artist gets depends on how much the ticket is. You know what I mean? But I don't think it should be a percentage. I think it should be a set rate. And $5 is good for an opening artist because if he sells 10, it's $50. You know what I mean in the pocket. Let's get it. A lot of
yeah,
the
yeah.
times opening artists don't get paid. You know what I mean? They
Exactly.
give you exposure. And I shared something earlier. It's like, oh, that's great exposure. My rent costs 800 exposures. Like, you
Yeah.
know?
That's a fact.
I hear you on the rent thing, man. I just moved to two places, man, and it cost me like $1,700 for the last 2 months to move twice. You know what I mean? I really didn't really need to, but yeah, like you can't get nowhere doing that for free. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
man. No, man. No, man. And at the end of the day, if you're going to entertain these $15 shows, it's actually because you love hip hop. And of course, you value your trade, so you are trying to get paid. So, yeah, put in the work, sell the tickets, do what you got to do. But it's all about keeping your name in the game.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
You know?
You've been around for 30 years in the game. You've probably seen a lot. What's the biggest change you've seen over the years in hip hop,
Trap,
trap music?
yes, very,
Um, what's
very
your take on
strange
that?
trend. I don't have one.
It's,
He's like, you don't put me in that boat.
it's not your style.
It's not like okay, so I like the beats from time to time. The beats are pretty slamming sometimes to get my head nodding, but I'm not. I don't know. The lyrics are just. I don't know, man. I'm a more of a purity, inspire, motivate type of MC. I'm not interested in talking about drugs, so I don't, and I just don't think anybody should really.
Right.
Music is supposed to motivate and invigorate, not incarcerate. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. I find like nowadays everyone's like trying to rap too fast, and the majority of people can't even do it. Then they're mumbling. You know what I mean? That's how all the
Everybody
mumble
just
rap came
seems to
out.
want to follow the same trend. It's just,
Yeah,
oh, just let's all jump on the same bandwagon. Let's all rap to the same beats. Let's all do that. No, I stay in my lane. I can rap to literally any beat on the planet, I think, and I've been tested, and so far so good. But I like boom bap. I like melodies. I like instrumentation. That's what it's all about. I gotta have a beat that talks to me or has something for me to say.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. What's the biggest piece of advice you would give an up and coming rapper in today's climate in the Maritimes?
You listen, you guys. You're not gonna be the best right now when you're just starting out. But don't let anybody tell you not to do it, okay, or not to try, because it's in keeping trying that you become better. You know what I mean? Like when we all
Mm,
used to try riding a bicycle when we first learned how to ride a bike, it didn't work out, did it? We'd fall off. These things happen, you know what I mean? It's just like riding a bike. Just keep at it, keep practicing, you'll get better with time. You know what I mean? And
absolutely.
if somebody says you suck, don't take it for like you should stop doing it. It just means you should really try to get better. Constructive criticism from hip hop heads sometimes come in blunt and honest forms. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
always better that way. Because I remember when I first started rapping, all my friends used to tell me that I sucked and I should probably quit. And I'm from the true school of hip hop. You know what I mean? So when we were
Right.
freestyling, they expected it to be on point, and when it wasn't, they called you out on it, and it wasn't nothing nice. So for me, I was told I sucked all the friggin' time. It was getting obnoxious. I used to stop coming around the crowd, but I kept at it secretly on my own. Eventually, I'd come back, and it was like, oh, you're better. Oh shit. All right, now you can hang, and they weren't saying I sucked anymore. So you just gotta keep practicing. Don't worry about it. In time, it'll all rhyme.
who all have you opened up for?
I've opened up for Mob Deep. I've almost stolen KRS-One's microphone. Didn't
Oh
quite get
shit.
that one, but I did get a microphone to participate in the giant freestyle session he was hosting at the Marquee in Halifax. Just recently, Tech Nine,
Yeah, I think you're
who else?
there.
Pumpkinhead, all right, a rugged man, Hercules, Mad Child, all the Stomp Down Killers, I think,
Hmm.
There you
and
go.
yeah, the list keeps growing. You know, but
What would you say your
it's pretty
highlight
big.
is?
My
Like the
highlight,
highlight of your career?
I don't know, man. I'm still busy. You know what I mean? I'm still
Yeah, you
busy.
feel like
For me,
creating
it's
it.
like
I
it's like
seen you
every
post.
show's a highlight.
I seen you post that you thought
Mm.
your career is gonna go in a positive direction after the Tech Nine show. How did you feel about the Tech Nine show?
I enjoyed the Tech Nine show, man. I enjoyed the crowd. I thought they were pretty receptive to my performance and stuff like that. So I don't have any issues. You
There
know
you
what I
Yeah.
go.
mean?
People people that don't know you saw you on the Tech Nine show, and they were like, oh, it's his first time in Moncton, but I've known you for a few years, and I've known that you've come to Moncton a few times. So talk about that a little bit.
Well, a little while ago, a couple of years ago, I came down to Moncton to play with my live hip hop band, Socially Acceptable. And then we came back last year to play with it was for the African Heritage Foundation. It was great. The Multicultural Association. Played a big show with them. But yeah, I've been traveling down to Moncton to play shows for quite a while. It's just all about getting the word out, I guess.
Yeah, for sure, man.
This is why we started this, is for like maritime rappers from outside the Maritimes, outside of Moncton. You know what I mean? So when you guys come to our shows, you can sell your tickets better, and more people will go. You know what I mean? As
Yeah,
opposed
it's
to
just
having
totally
just get,
great for marketability, indeed.
as to having just like depending on the opening artists from Moncton to sell your guys' tickets. You know what I mean? That way everybody gets
Exactly.
noticed. You know what I mean?
For
Yeah,
sure,
And
man.
for sure, for
and it
sure.
works for our artists going to your city. You know what I mean? So this
Exactly.
this is
Exactly.
what we're trying to do from this podcast.
And here's the thing about playing shows. It seems like, I don't know, the new generation wants to be so competitive about the show, but once you gotta understand, once you get to the show, we're all artists. We're all playing the show. It doesn't matter. Opener first, openers last. Who gives a shit? Just have a great
Exactly, man.
fucking time and move the crowd. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
to go there and
Move
just to have a good time, man, and make it about hip hop, man, instead of like drama and stuff. You know what I mean?
exactly. Like I love the stage. Like I could absolutely sleep on a stage. Like that's how much I love the stage. But of course, when I hit the stage, there's no sleep.
And it's weird.
That's a fact.
Like I met you at the Tech Nine show in Moncton, and you're trying to sell me your CD, and I'm like, man, I can't do it right now, man. I have no money. I had money, it just that they had no bank machines, and you weren't allowed to leave the show, or you were done. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I was like, man, go go look on Facebook. I have this podcast, and boom, you're my first guest the following week. You know what I mean? I think it's
nice.
pretty epic.
Yeah, I sold all those CDs. Bling, gone.
Yeah, I know, man. You're happy. You came and told me you got me right away. You're like, yeah, man. I sold them all. I'm like, congrats, man.
Sweet.
And you had a big smile on your face too. Um,
Oh, for sure. I was just walking around, and I think two people grabbed me. It was like one by the front door was like, "Hey, could you sign my shirt?" I'm like, "Ah, it's a Tech Nine shirt." They're like, "So, sign it." I'm like, "Okay, let me sign
yeah,
Tech Nine shirt." Nice. It was pretty dope. So I enjoyed Moncton a lot. The love and the treatment was a blessing, and I totally plan on coming back to play a show there. And
yeah. Rich
feed
homie,
some
right?
hungry people. And feed some hungry
You're
people.
coming up for the Rich homie show.
No, I don't think so. But I'm allowed to sell the tickets online, so I do that too. Helps out the
Oh yeah,
scene a
good
bit.
on, man. Money's money, right?
Exactly.
Not the hard
Exactly.
or starve. That's our slogan.
Money is money. No matter how you get it.
Yeah, man. Have you noticed a difference over the years in the vibes at rap shows?
um, I don't know. Sometimes, you know, violence. Violence always happens everywhere, not just at
Yeah.
hip hop shows. You know,
Especially when there's liquor involved, right?
exactly.
Liquor
And
and girls and
the
people that
thing
can't
is, the
control
vibe
themselves.
is gonna be how you make it. You know what I mean? It's up to everybody who goes to shows, or not just hip hop, but any musical event, to govern themselves accordingly. You know what I mean? Because it just gives a bad name for all the arts, no matter what. You know, no matter what type of music it is. Bad-minded people get fucked up, and you know what I mean. They end up scrapping, and you might not think so. You might think, oh, that club did it, or no, it becomes a hip hop problem. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Exactly.
So
Um,
I just take it as it goes, and when I'm on stage, I ask people that forget about violence and stuff like that, just to see if I can keep the vibe calmer for a longer.
yeah,
You know.
for sure. That's key. You said you're signed to BME. Talk about the independent record label grind.
Oh, it's like hard as a hard. It's hard. It's hard. We don't have major label support or nothing like that because we're not trying to be swallowed up by giant corporations. We'd much rather follow the path on our own. And you know what? BME Media Group is family to me, and they're the ones that supply all my beats and all my mastering and mixing and all the graphics and any posters. I love it. It's just fine.
Yeah, yeah. You were built for this type of grind, though, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is what it is. Hustle and put your muscle into it. You get somewhere. You can't stop though, guys. You can't stop. Never stop following your dreams. You know what I mean? If it makes you happy, go for it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if what's making you happy is gonna make you money, what's wrong with that? You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Exactly.
Never mind the
Absolutely.
haters. I love the haters. I love haters. Haters are great. You know what I mean? 'Cause if you got haters, it means you're doing something right. You know. But just
Absolutely,
tell you,
man. You're
I gotta
making
tell you,
noise.
you gotta tell your haters though that you love them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, it makes them matter.
It's true.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, they don't want to be loved, bro.
Oh yes, they do. Just gotta figure it out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, you uh, you also have a dedicated girlfriend with you, and like talk about how hard it is to maintain a relationship and be in the culture of hip hop.
Well, we've been together for 8 years, and she knew when she got with me that I was an artist and that I played in a reggae band and that I did shows. And yeah, it's hard because I'm away often, or sometimes I'm on the computer often, or on the net grinding. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, she, I love my lovely Jessica. She's
Yeah.
awesome. She don't want me to stop following my dreams. She knows it's rough. She knows it's hard, but she doesn't want me to do anything else. You know, she appreciates that, and I do too.
No, that's beautiful, man. So often it's hard for artists to maintain something stable at home because of the unstable nature of what we do, you know?
Well, for
So,
sure, and then there's insecurities. You know what I mean? Oh,
mhm,
girls are thinking, oh, you're a rapper, honey. All these bitches are gonna want. Oh, pardon me, excuse me. All these women are gonna
right.
wanna hang out for you and stuff like that. But it's not really like that at all. And you know this too,
No,
NDB. You come off the stage and nobody.
no, it's
Right?
true, man. It's
You
true.
know.
The whole groupie situation is greatly exaggerated.
Oh, totally, 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 totally. And even like if somebody's like, "Oh, hey, Ceeb Dread," that's all they wanted to say. There's no
Yeah,
conversation after that. It's just, "Hey, Ceeb Dread," because I run up and like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" Oh, no, no, just want to say hi. That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
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 Exactly. They just wanted to interact right quick.
I go, okay. Why you should have just waved at me on Facebook then.
I hate that
Yeah.
wave thing on Facebook.
Oh man, it's such a weird thing though. Like, yeah, man, Facebook should not have a wave. I found it
No.
weird when they had like a nudge or what was that fucking
Oh, no, I'm just saying when you shake the
a
machine.
poke? Yeah, the
Yeah.
poke. Oh man, yeah, we gotta take it back to the MSN days. I for real feel that. Society would be better off in the MSN era.
Oh yeah,
In a way, yeah, in a way.
100%.
Yeah, man, for sure,
MSN.
for sure.
I remember MSN Messenger. I sent. That's how I sent Dan Rob Banks my first album. I sent it to him through MSN Messenger.
You the grind was probably so much different back then.
Oh, it
It
really
wasn't
was.
that great of anything. Because you'd have to do like track by track.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh, oh yeah. Well, no, I mean we still had Cool Edit back then. You know what I mean? But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
You
I
could
I do
zip
remember.
over it too.
I do remember going into a studio in Montreal and recording reel to reel recording, like live, almost like an 8 track, but it was reel to reel, like wow, analog out of craziness. But that sound is so pure at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And you're still greatly connected to the Montreal scene as well. You still go
Yeah,
back up
man.
there and do shows?
I love Montreal. Montreal's
Well,
my favorite city.
I haven't been up to Montreal in a long time, but I still connect with all my family and friends up there. You know what I mean? We chat all the time on Facebook or on phone call and stuff like that. It's good. You know what I mean? They follow what Ceeb Dread's up to.
Of
That's good.
course, of course, of course. And I've been following too, man. Been watching over the years and stuff, and like you're steady, and the progression is always evident in what you do and things like that. And I just want to say, like, stay with it and like stay for the culture, man, because we need OGs to let the kids know what's appropriate in this day and age, and to teach and to inspire, you know.
Oh, we got to keep each other accountable. You know what I mean? Got to hold everybody accountable. See, each one teach one, reach many.
Yeah,
That's how
man.
it's. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? And for me to even think, if I thought I was gonna stop rapping at any given time, I'd just blow my head off my shoulders.
No, I don't do
Seriously.
that, dude.
I feel the same way about it, man. It's like breathing for us. I feel, you
I
know.
swear to goodness, it's all I want to do from I wake up in the morning till I go to bed at night. Just somebody call me up or send me a message and tell me there's a show. I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and I have a show at 8:30. Sure, let's get it. That's how much I want to rap. You know what I mean?
Of
I'll be
course.
there in a second.
Even like as long as you've been doing it, you still have that hunger, which is great to see, man. Because even for myself, like I'm only about 10 years, a little over 10 years deep right now, but like I don't know how I would react to being older than I am doing what I do, because I'm almost 40 now, and I'm just contemplating like how much longer is it doable for me to keep going and stuff, and like to see like OGs like you and Fortunato and other people keep going is like an inspiration to me, man. Because we need to see people continuing their dream, no matter how old. Because I feel like in society there's a clock on it right now.
Well, don't ever stop doing what you love, man. You know what I mean? Look at rock and roll. Like look at Mick Jagger. You know what I mean? Look at all these R&B cats. They're getting old as fuck, but they're still following their dreams too. You know what I mean? Keep running with the
Absolutely.
legacy. You
Are
know,
you
and,
able to
and
put
what
a
the
beat
fuck
on
else
that?
you gonna do, Mike? What else you gonna do, man? I
I
want to
don't
say
know.
something to you. I
That's
want to say
that's my
something to you, though, Mike. You yourself, Mike, you're an inspiration to a lot of people, Mike. You're a blind rapper, and you're basically telling people all over the world that it's very okay for blind people to do all kinds of different shit, no matter what it is. So I commend you for bringing that light into the world, buddy.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot. That's all I try to do. Because I feel like we, as blind people, we're pigeonholed sometimes into like, oh, you can't really do much, so just sit over here and chill out. You know what I mean? But no, like I'm out here. I want to chase my dream. Like, um, it's getting a little harder as I get older. But I do feel like there's a clock on what it is I do. But like, I'm not sure when the time is up. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if there is an expiry date. On any of it, really. It's just that we haven't, as hip hop heads, it's such a young culture. We haven't seen older individuals like Mick Jagger do what they do, so we don't have examples like that, you know. And for me to see like you and other OGs keep going in the game, it's a big example, you know.
Well, I just love hip hop, man. I love what I do. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep doing it. And if anybody ever says I'm too old to rap or I'm too old to rock albums or kick freestyles, come see me. We'll talk about
That's
it.
a fact.
Yeah.
Come see Ceeb Dread, man. I dare anybody.
Steve Irving wants to see him freestyle. You got a beat for him?
Man, I don't think the sound would come through if I played the beat for him. But
I don't know.
yo,
We'll work on that, Steve, for
Well,
another episode.
if
I'm
if
into like kicking it a cappella for a couple of friends. It does not really matter. My freestyles never ran. I'm off the top of the dome. I'm 46 in the game, and I got some gray in my beard so I can keep it insane. I'm looking fresh to death, yo, when I step on stage. And yeah, indeed, like every other rapper, I wear a chain and got a fancy hat and fly shoes and good kicks. And I do what I do for the love of this shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's the
Yes.
vibes, man. I love it.
That's for you, Steve.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to everyone watching right now on the live, and everyone that's gonna watch it on the playback, the recorded version of this.
Yeah,
Um, tell the
blessings.
people tell the people where they can keep in contact with Ceeb Dread and hear your music.
All right. Well, you can go to bmemedia.tk. You can go to Ceeb Dread's page on Facebook. You can holler at me on Facebook or Google Ceeb Dread. I'm probably the only Ceeb Dread, so that's all you'll find is me. So it's real easy access.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
basically Ceeb
You
Dread
got
There's,
a real
everywhere.
original name.
there's some other names out there, man, that are hard to find because like everybody has different versions of the name. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you spell it Ceebdread,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
mean
I
it.
got it.
I'm the only Ceeb Dread.
One and only. Please stand up. Boom.
Yeah, no, that's what's up, man. How do you feel about the new era of streaming?
It's dope. It's really good, man. It means we can connect to a lot of the masses that maybe never heard of us. You know what I mean? And it works, especially if you got people who are gonna follow it. You know what I mean? And you guys are doing a great job, and I'm, honored to be on the podcast. Believe that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what does that mean for the business of hip hop? Like, does that shift the money to other avenues for us? Like, is there no money in the music, or is there only show money, or what's the revenue stream for new rappers right now?
Well, listen, if you're signed up with SoCan, Um,
Mhm.
when you play a show and you submit your whole set list, like no matter what, as long as that show was $6 or more, you're gonna get $1 a minute for you being on stage. Now, if you have a set and that's 45-minute set, that's $45 they're gonna send you when you submit that. Times that by 12 shows or 15 shows or
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, what you know what I
that's
mean?
that's $45 you're gonna get every time. You know what I mean? So it's fine. You just got to put in the work and submit your work and be registered.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, man. A lot of people don't know about SoCan. So just talk to the people about SoCan a little bit and like how you kind of get started with that.
Well, SOCAN is the place that helps artists get royalties for music played on the radio or live performance. You understand? If you sign up
Hmm.
online, it's free. And basically, what it does is gets you to have a catalog of all the names of your songs and how long they are. And every time you basically registers your song. That way, it's almost like having it kind of copywritten without having to pay all that money because they'll track your music wherever it's played all over the world.
Right.
You know?
That's what's
And
up.
Can you be
it's
found
just
on
good to be a
Spotify?
member. Pardon me. Yeah, my second album, Still Down's on Spotify. It's called basically Ceeb Still Down. Um, I have yet to have any more albums on Spotify, but I'm working on it.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, man, it's good to be on Spotify and stuff. I think I dropped a couple of your songs on our Maritime Hip Hop playlist that everyone can go listen to. It's on Spotify right now. Just look up Maritime Hip Hop, and you'll come across that. And it's filled with dope artists, and Ceeb Dread is one of them.
Bless you
So
guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Thank you very much for rocking with us, bro. We appreciate you.
Oh, the honor's all mine. Thank you so much for having me, man. It's a blessing. I appreciate it. I love the love y'all show me
Um,
today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal this from Nardward. This question. Tell the people why they should care about Ceeb Dread.
Well, because Steve Dread cares about the people.
He's a show stealer.
That's right. I love that, man. Ceeb Dread does care about the people. Yo,
Mhm.
Ceeb for Prime Minister, man.
Let's get
Yeah.
it. But for now, I'll take
Yeah.
Rhyme Minister.
Prime
Prime Minister.
Minister. Yo, that's
Hey,
a hard name for
hey.
an album.
That's your 8th album name.
Yo, Prime
There
Minister.
you go. Rhyme
That's fucking
Minister.
hard.
Prime
I was
Minister.
thinking about
Yeah,
that for a
yeah.
while, actually.
Yeah.
That's
What
not
does that
something that
say?
just came to me. I think I've put it in a freestyle before, so yeah, it's probably a good name for the eighth album.
Yeah. Prime Minister.
Yo, that's fire. Man, I think we've been going for
Rhyme
about an
Minister
hour.
Steve.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to let you go, man.
Thank you so
All right.
much, man. And thank
Thank
you
you
to
for all the
everyone.
viewers.
Yes, we love you.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Thanks a
we're
lot,
coming
people, for
back with
tuning in. These guys are
more
doing a
content.
great job.
Thank you.
Respect, bruh.
Respect 100. Peace.
Yeah,
Right on it, brother. Peace. Have a
yeah,
good night, everybody.
yeah.